We are in person again. I cannot believe it. I'm so excited about this. Thanks again to the beautiful opening prayer by our gospel choir. Can y'all imagine going to school with them, like listening to them as much as we do? What a blessing it is. Thank you, Mike, for those beautiful words. I'm so humbled by them. I do always have to recognize my husband, and today we also have 2 of our 5 sons. If you didn't know that, we have 5 sons. Our firstborn is here. He hasn't been here since he was a student at Cardinal Ritter. He's the class of 2016. And might I add, a very good salesperson, so he might hit you guys up a little bit later today. And then our freshman class of 2025 is here, Mr. Jahari Armstead. So just really excited to have my family with me, and we've already acknowledged our beautiful faculty and staff who are here, and of course our students. I know, seriously, the students are the highlight of the night. I mean, just being able to talk to them, they're the highlight of my day every day. And His Excellency Archbishop Rosansky is here tonight, and so we're just so honored to have him and all the members of the Archdiocese and all of you all, our beloved supporters and donors who are here with us. We welcome you and we're very grateful for you. I have to tell y'all this, I love my job. It's not even a job, it's a vocation. It's a mission, it's service, it's hard work, like HEART work. And sometimes people will ask me, is there anything that you don't like about it? Because I'm always so excited. And there is this one thing. It is whenever I say anything about the 1970s, 80s, or 90s to the students, there's this loud, audible gasp. And these are the same kids who, when they organize Throwback Day, right, or Back in the Day, or Old School Day, they're talking about the early 2000s. Seriously. That's the only thing. So today, I know I might be with a different audience who won't gasp when I throw some dates out. So I want to throw some dates out, y'all, so please don't gasp. But I want to throw out a very important date, and that's 1979. That was the day that Cardinal Ritter opened its doors. And something so profound happened, you all, before that. The Archdiocese said that before they open the door to a co-ed Catholic school in North St. Louis, they're going to answer one very important question. And that question was, what do Black kids need? And they went to so many different people. They went to teachers, they went to parents, they went to grandparents, they went to students, they went to priests, they went to preachers, they went to white-collar workers, they went to sociologists, they went to blue-collar workers, and they said, we're not opening up the doors to the school until we answer that question. So the answers that came from these groups was, what do Black kids need? They said, the same thing all kids need. What does that mean? High standards of excellence, right? Faith development, leadership, and more. They said when they walk in the school, they should see some images on the walls that are maybe a reflection of them, like all kids get. When they go in the classroom, they should be able to look and see there's some images that are a reflection of them. When they open up those textbooks and read, they should be able to read something about somebody who accomplished something that looked like them. Maybe they should have a teacher, 1 or 2 at least, that's a reflection of them, because you can't be it if you can't see it. So before they opened up the doors, they made sure all of that was in place. Let me tell you about another date. 1987. That was when and that time my name was Tamiko Cunningham, I was in the 8th grade. And I had the best parents in the world, you all. Robert and Patricia gave me everything, loving, nurturing, beautiful environment. But from Monday through Friday, from 8 to 3, I was broken. I was so broken because my school didn't get that memo. My school didn't get that memo that it was important that someone like me should have an image on the wall that was a reflection of me. My school didn't get that memo that I should be able to open up a book and see something, just one thing that a Black person had accomplished. My school did not get that memo. And you see, everything about me was wrong. From the color of my skin, to the texture of my hair, to the music that I listened to the clothes that I prefer, even down to the way that I was shaped. When you're a kid and you go to a school like that, there are two choices. You're either going to assimilate and shrink, or you're going to fight and rebel. Anybody who knows me knows that I did the latter. But that's no way, y'all, for anybody to have to go to school. So when Cardinal Ritter opened its doors in 1979 and asked that question, what do Black kids need? They were answering it for my 8th grade self in 1987. They were answering it for Bria and Zion and Ivy, who I walked into the front office last week, and I just stood there and looked at them. Bria had just gotten her hair braided. Zion was wearing her locks, and Ivy had her afro. Unapologetically able to be who they wanted to be at Cardinal Ritter College Prep. They answered the question for them. They answered the question, what do Black kids need? They answered that for our class of 2022, you all. We have so many kids vying for valedictorian in that class. Quarter grades are coming out. I know somebody's secretly praying that the other person gets a B+. They were answering that question, y'all, for our basketball team, who had to go through the toughest schedule, our boys basketball team, who had to go through the toughest schedule in Missouri to become district champions. And they never gave up because at Cardinal Ritter, there's something inside of you so strong that builds up your confidence. They were answering that question for our girls basketball team, who didn't get the answer that they wanted, but they're not going to give up. They showed up to school with their heads held high today because a champion, a lion, never, ever gives up. Y'all, they answered that question for our faculty and our staff. They get to read Toni Morrison's Bluest Eye. Our students get to read the letter from the Birmingham jail that was written by Dr. Martin Luther King. Our students get to read Things Fall Apart by Chinua Achebe. They were answering that question for all the kids at Cardinal Ritter College Prep. They were answering that question for our freshman class that's divided by empire, that are studying the Songhai Empire, that are studying the Ghana Empire and the Mali Empire. They're answering that question for them that are divided by tribes, the Seneca, the Mandingo, the Zulus, and the Watusis, because they know that if those people who look like them were warriors, they too can be warriors to change their community. I'm so glad about this question, y'all, that was answered and asked in 1979 about what do Black kids need? And all of those people who were born in years that make our current students gasp I'm so glad that the question was answered for them. I'm so glad that this question was answered for those classes between and the current ones that we have. Class of 22, class of 23, class of 24, and class of 25. And for our future class of 26, who I will tell you, we already now have double the applicants than we did last year. In fact, we're almost tripling those. While we're answering that question, what do Black kids need? And you know who else, you all? This question was being answered for? Us. Everybody in this room. I don't think they knew in 1979 when they opened up the doors to Cardinal-Ritter that they were creating an anchor institution for St. Louis. I don't think they knew what we know today when they asked that question in 1979 that they were creating an institution that was built to last. They were creating an institution where kids are going to come and be loved on and adored and nurtured and made up to become the very best version of themselves. That's what they did when they asked that beautiful question in 1979. And the answer is for all of us, you all, because to be an anchor institution, you need to have some national results. Let me tell you about ours. Only 2% of Black kids ever report having a Black man as a teacher. 33% of Cardinal-Ritter College Prep faculty and staff, Black men. Black men. That's important. It would have been important for my 8th grade self. Let me tell you about another statistic. Since 1979, there has not been another school to open that asked that question before the doors open. 43 years later, there's not another Cardinal-Ritter. To be an anchor institution, you are one of one. I wanted to take our small children to the zoo last week, and I got up early to get some of those reserved tickets. They had ran out. I couldn't go to another zoo. When it's an anchor, it's one of one. And when that's done, it's not another one. There is no other Cardinal-Ritter College Prep, you all. Let me tell you about this beautiful national statistic that we are all so proud of. Black kids in St. Louis will stay in college at a rate of 27%. All kids nationally will stay in college at a rate of 73%. All kids, Black, white, Asian, doesn't matter what kind of socioeconomic background you come from. But at Cardinal-Ritter, when you leave Cardinal-Ritter, you're going to stay in college at a rate of 82%. That's the national, better than the national average. So here we are, this beautiful mission, continuing our teachers every single day, greeting our beautiful students and answering that question, what do Black kids need in their classrooms, in the hallways, outside of school? And we are here still standing. We're still strong with our feet planted solid on the ground, living this mission of academic excellence, faith development, and leadership. And we're doing it, you all, side by side with you. We couldn't do this without you. It's not possible. It's not possible. So when I asked that question about what Black kids need, all those things that I said, you know what else? They need you. Every last one of you. Thank you.